Today on Drawbli,
Ben is battling his worst art teacher. Also, he is self-taught.
oh, that's a little cruel, but hey, I'm Ben.
And I'm Abby.
And we're, of course, self-taught artists, as Abby just mentioned, documenting our journey of learning to draw, which is even better when you do it together.
So click that subscribe button if you're new around here and share your artwork on Instagram with the hashtag Drawbli.
So, Abby, I drew a ton of faces, and I battled my worst art teacher.
Yes, you. Now, what were you doing to yourself?
I was fighting. I was fighting with myself.
We're doing a great battle. Oh.
As we know, comparison is the art of defeat.
The thief of joy.
Yeah, that one.
Yes.
That's what I said.
That's how it all
That's also
goes.
what I said with my words.
Yes, you knew the slogan.
So, we here at Drawbli, us, Drawbli Inc., believe that you should only be comparing with yourself. You should be constantly battling yourself. And that's what I did during this exercise, where I drew quite a few faces, as you will see as we go through here. I was specifically working on expression and trying to capture expression in this video. And I think you will see a very steady improvement in that regard. Although towards the end they do start to lean more realistic, starting off very stylized here at first, but I am trying to capture expression.
I love that. That is such a cool practice. Just like I said when you were drawing like more stylized bodies, that's such a unique, I feel like, skill to have, to be able to take a face and not just be like, well, the eyebrow goes exactly there and the other eyebrow goes exactly there, but to say, hey, this face is smiling, the eyes are kind of crinkled up because she's smiling so big, and I'm gonna communicate that.
And I am going to attempt to communicate that is what you meant to say. Because a lot of the stuff that I'm going to do here is not going to look super awesome. But like I said, I do get better as I go. I start to figure out things a little more. I've been playing around with style a lot as I've been going through Andrew Cockroach's course, which has been a lot of fun. Just trying to figure things out. I think the way that I'm going to get there the fastest is just by, drawing a lot.
Quantity over quality.
Focusing on quantity, at least for the time being.
Yes.
And it's been a lot of fun. I've been enjoying just working with lines. As you know, you love lines. Lines is not something that I do a ton of, but I am starting to get more into it.
Yeah, you are. I see that. Your lines have become a lot more steady and sure, and it's really nice to see that come along.
So what do you think about, comparison? With us, we specifically have each other to compare to all the time. And I think that there are actually some benefits to that. Like, we're constantly pushing each other to be better.
Yes, I think for us, since we're at such similar levels, that brings in a very healthy little, playful, competitive streak.
Healthy comparison.
And it's
that's a good point.
It's the healthiness of it. Whereas if I were to be like, oh, let me go compare myself to Rhino Tuna or Loish, I would obviously just be sad and be like, I shouldn't draw.
I should give up.
But it's always
I'm old now.
Yes, also I'm old now and I never drew again. And I like that we have each other to compare against all the time. I really felt that that healthy sense of a good push from when we were taking Ahmed Al-Duri's course. And one time I went on the forum, I should have done this more, but I'm just lazy, I guess. I went on the forum and saw everybody else's beginner work, or different, not necessarily all beginners,
different levels
on the same reference. And so I was able to directly compare my work on that reference with other people's attempts on that reference and kind of see and imagine where I fit on that scale. Not that it matters to be better than other people, but we're humans with brains that are tickled by these kinds of things. So
you've been talking about brain tickling quite a lot lately on Drawbli. Is that the new thing that we're about here? We're about tickling the brain?
I think so.
It's the only thing that keeps Abby going.
Yes, the only thing that keeps me going is a constant feather to the brain. Constantly tickling it. It giggles and it laughs and it says, no, stop! And I say, ha ha ha, more, ha ha.
More fan art of Overwatch characters, yes. So I think we actually compare to each other pretty often, but in a, like you said, healthy way, in an encouraging way where we're trying to push each other to improve.
And learn from each other.
It's more of an accountability thing. So I think that there is some, some ways where you can have healthy comparison between other people.
Yes. I wonder how much of it depends on finding people at your similar skill level.
Oh, absolutely.
Kind of like in Overwatch, how you want to play at your own
Can't relate
MMR.
everything back to Overwatch.
Because when we play Overwatch together and we're both in the same MMR, and so I end up in games with people who are way better than me, I don't have any fun anymore.
Yeah, and when I end up in games where everybody is way worse than me, I also don't have fun anymore.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that sad that we can't play Overwatch? But we can draw together.
But we
can
draw together. You know the thing that we do here on our YouTube channel, Abby, that we're recording right now?
Hey, if you regret introducing me to Overwatch, say it now. This is you. You have created the monster.
Drawing. Drawing's good, huh?
Drawing's great. I'm glad we do it together.
I am glad that we do it together as well.
I like these drawings you've been doing here. I, again, really admire your ability to capture the simplicity of them.
Yeah, so I've been experimenting with style a lot and trying to figure out exactly, where that's going to lead, where that goes. So I, did a lot of cartoony stuff. This is more traditional Ben style right here. And this is one of my favorites out of this group. I have a few here at the end that kind of really, really hit home for me in terms of probably some of the better work that I can do right now. I won't say best because I think if I spent a lot more time on them, I could do more. Mm-hmm. But just in terms of overall style, overall appeal, it feels really close to what I'm trying to achieve. And honestly, by doing the more cartoony stuff in the beginning, it really helped me kind of figure out some ways that I can simplify, stuff in my own work, but also figure out what I don't like to do.
Really? Tell me something you learned that you don't like to do.
So, when stylizing, thinking about shapes for the eyes because they're so expressive, or shapes for the nose, I actually, talking about the nose specifically, I really like a distinct nose shape. But with more of an anime-esque style, the nose is downplayed so much to the point where it doesn't exist, almost. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and if you didn't see that, I learned that I can draw in this video. You might not have seen the note, it flew by really quick.
Did you write, I can draw?
Yes, essentially. But you will see here on an upcoming face that I learned that actually I can't draw.
Yes you can.
So some are successful, some are not, but that's the whole point of, drawing in terms of quantity. It's to not be a massive success every single time. Honestly, you don't get better from succeeding. You learn from your failures, which is why you can still have a success, but you can the journey of getting there can be a struggle and a fight, like with this face. This one took me a while of going back and forth. I was definitely, you could say, battling my worst art teacher when I was working on this one.
You're trying to help yourself get to that point, and you were not getting there.
Well, I kept, I was working on this and I was like, man, it's not there yet.
Yeah.
So I just kept pushing on it. I just kept pushing on it and pushing on it, and I was like, I'm going to get it there. I'm going to zoom in on these lips. I'm going to figure out why it's broken. And then I'm like, I'm going to zoom in on this eye. I'm going to figure out why it's not reading the same. Okay, the eyelid needs to come down lower. It needs to cut off more of the pupil. What's going on with these lips? I'm going to redraw them for the 4th time. Let's get in here. Let's fix it. Let's figure it out.
Literally, so, welcome to my world.
Yeah, but battling myself in terms of not letting myself give up, just pushing through the pain.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is.
I was getting my PR.
Yeah, it's that refusal to give up. It's a stubbornness, a stubborn feature that we must both have, because I've done that so many times. Just I'm going to redraw. Make this right.
We talk about that, but then we come to this drawing. And this is the one that I did give up on, because I was like, no, actually,
so good.
Actually, it's not working at all.
I think it's actually looking amazing here. You're doing an amazing job.
I mean, it's not horrible, but it didn't capture the same appeal as the photograph over there that I'm referencing. So you will see a quick note over here that is essentially, oops, I did forget how to draw again.
Aww.
It is a constant back and forth battle of, making something that you're a little proud of and then immediately turning around and failing to do that.
Yes, but hey, you're on the journey, right? Like,
I'm on the journey.
these are your before pictures, which just means that someday your dramatic before and afters are going to be that much more dramatic. When people are going to be like, what? He drew that and now he draws this? Whoa!
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as somebody who has done that with sculpting, nobody's going back and like looking at my really, really old sculpts like, wow, he sculpted that trash can and now this.
I think there's been a couple really good trends on Instagram and TikTok that would say otherwise.
I do enjoy showing that kind of comparison so that other people can see it and know that, it absolutely is possible. It's one of the big things that we do here on Drawbli, obviously, showing the real authentic journey of what it is to improve at drawing. Also, I'll say I really enjoyed kind of stylizing and playing with this little kid's face. He had freaking massive eyes.
Yeah, he's cute.
So he had some really cool shapes. I love the big ears out on the side. Those are really fun to do. Just a fun face to play around with. And because it was straight on, a lot easier for me.
Aw, good. Yeah, great job. Well, you put the work in, that's for sure. And that's 75% of the battle.
75% of the battle.
Putting in the work.
And what's the other percentage?
Raw natural talent.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
I don't have any of that.
Yeah.
So I'm only 75% of an artist. Another one here that I kind of stylized. The last two I kind of went back a little. I was trying to combine some of the more realistic, some of the stylized, and finding
I really like this.
Me too, yeah. Doing profiles is so fun because there's so much that you can do in terms of like graphic shapes.
Yeah, this is really cool. This kind of looks like if one of my brothers kind of looks like this. If he decided to model, he doesn't quite look like this, but he kind of looks like that. And that's the end of that story. Great job.
That was an amazing. And here are all those drawings that I did. I was checking out the progression from beginning to
middle
end.
row, far right. Love that.
Thank you. Yeah, that was obviously more into realism, still definitely stylized, but heading more in that direction.
Love all these. These are amazing.
Thank you so much. That is, of course, as always, Abby, you are far too kind.
No.
And if you want to be far too kind, you should click that subscribe button.
Share your work on Instagram with #Drawbli because drawing is better when we do it together.
Ooh. And this is the part where we say
Goodbye.
Goomba. What do you think? Do you think there was some improvement here? Do you think it's more just like
Ben got so much better that I can't even see the sun anymore because your art is so bright and beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you're so amazing. Can I have your autograph?
Flips hair. Flips more hair. Oh my god, why do I have so much hair?
It's mine. I gave it to you. Who do you think donated the hair?